Welcome to Can Do Greek by GreekPod101.com.
Γεια σε όλους! Είμαι η Χρυσή Παπαδοπούλου. Hi everyone! I'm Χρυσή Παπαδοπούλου. In this lesson, you learn how to tell someone where you're from in Greek.
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Greek ebook before it's gone.
This is Mark Lee, and he's on a plane to Greece. Panayotis Papakonstantino, a passenger sitting next to him, asks, "Where are you from?"
Από πού είστε?
Listen to the conversation and focus on Mark's response. Note: the speakers in this conversation use formal Greek. Ready?
Από πού είστε?
Είμαι από τη Νέα Υόρκη.
Once more with the English translation.
Από πού είστε?
Where are you from?
Είμαι από τη Νέα Υόρκη.
I'm from New York.
Let's take a closer look at Mark's response.
Do you remember how Panayotis Papakonstantino asks, "Where are you from?"
Από πού είστε?
First is
Από.
meaning from in this context.
Από. Από.
Next is
Πού.
where.
Πού. Πού.
Last is
Είστε.
you are when using formal Greek.
Είστε. Είστε.
Note:
Είστε.
is a shortened form of
Εσείς είστε.
you are, plural, as in you all are. It's also the formal way to address a single person, as is the case here, where Panayotis is addressing Mark. In Greek,
Εσείς.
you is usually omitted, as it's understood from context.
Είστε.
Is from the verb,
Είμαι.
the dictionary form of the verb to be.
Είμαι.
Altogether,
Από πού είστε?
literally, from where you are, but it translates as, where are you from?
Από πού είστε?
Remember this question. You'll hear it again later in this lesson.
Let's take a closer look at the response.
Do you remember how Mark Lee says, "I'm from New York"?
Είμαι από τη Νέα Υόρκη.
First is
Είμαι.
I am.
Είμαι. Είμαι.
Note:
Είμαι.
is a shortened form of
Εγώ είμαι.
I am. In Greek,
Εγώ.
I is usually omitted, as it's understood from context.
Είμαι.
Is also the dictionary form of the verb to be.
Είμαι.
Next is
Από.
from in this context.
Από.
Last is
Τη Νέα Υόρκη.
New York.
Τη Νέα Υόρκη.
Let's start with
Νέα Υόρκη.
New York.
Νέα Υόρκη. Νέα Υόρκη.
Is in the accusative case because it follows.
Από.
This, along with its gender and number, will determine the form of other words in the sentence.
Νέα Υόρκη.
Is feminine singular. Therefore,
Νέα Υόρκη.
is feminine singular in the accusative. Before
Νέα Υόρκη.
is,
Τι.
think of it like the in English.
Τι. Τι. Τι.
is also feminine, singular, and accusative to agree with.
Νέα Υόρκη.
Note, in this phrase, the article
Τι.
does not have a corresponding English translation. Altogether,
Είμαι από τη Νέα Υόρκη.
I'm from New York.
Είμαι από τη Νέα Υόρκη.
The pattern is
Είμαι από location.
I'm from location.
Είμαι από location.
To use this pattern, simply replace the location placeholder with the name of your hometown. Note, this pattern requires a proper noun in the accusative case, preceded by the corresponding definite article. Imagine you're from Sydney. In Greek,
Sydney. Sydney.
is neuter and singular, and its corresponding definite article is
Το.
together.
Το Sydney. Το Sydney. Το Sydney.
Say, I'm from Sydney. Ready?
Είμαι από το Σίδνεϊ.
I'm from Sydney.
Είμαι από το Σίδνεϊ.
In Greek, all nouns are either singular or plural. Unlike English, they also have grammatical gender and case. For this lesson, let's review the Greek definite articles for singular nouns in the accusative case.
For singular masculine nouns in the accusative case, the corresponding article is
Τον.
as in
Τον Πειραιά.
Piraeus. For singular feminine nouns in the accusative case, there are two corresponding articles.
Την.
Precedes feminine nouns starting with a vowel or one of the following consonants.
Κάπα. Πι. Ταφ. Ξι. Ψι.
Or one of the following double consonants.
Γάμα κάπα. Μη. Πι. Νι. Ταφ. Ταφ. Σίγμα. Ταφ. Ζήτα.
As in
Την Αθήνα.
Athens. For all other cases,
Τι.
as in
Τη Νέα Υόρκη.
New York. For singular neuter nouns in the accusative case, the corresponding article is
Το.
as in
Το Σίδνεϊ.
Sydney. Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Είμαι από τη Νέα Υόρκη. Είμαι από τη Νέα Υόρκη.
Είμαι από το Σίδνεϊ. Είμαι από το Σίδνεϊ.
Είμαι από τη Φλόρινα. Είμαι από τη Φλόρινα.
Είμαι από το Σιάτλ. Και εσύ? Είμαι από το Σιάτλ. Και εσύ?
Είμαι από το Λονδίνο. Είμαι από το Λονδίνο.
Είμαι από την Αθήνα. Είμαι από την Αθήνα.
Είμαι Αυστραλέζα. Είμαι Αυστραλέζα.
Did you notice how the last speaker uses a different pattern?
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Είμαι Αυστραλέζα.
I'm Australian.
Είμαι Αυστραλέζα.
First is
Είμαι.
I am.
Είμαι. Είμαι.
Next is
Αυστραλέζα.
an Australian woman.
Αυστραλέζα. Αυστραλέζα.
In Mia Martin's case, she uses the feminine noun
Αυστραλέζα.
to identify herself. Note, in Greek, feminine singular nouns tend to end in an.
Αλφα.
Together,
Είμαι Αυστραλέζα.
I'm Australian.
Είμαι Αυστραλέζα.
This pattern is
Είμαι nationality.
I'm nationality.
Είμαι nationality.
To use this pattern, simply replace the nationality placeholder with your nationality. Note, this pattern requires a proper noun, and its gender will depend on the gender of the speaker. Mia Martin uses the feminine singular noun
Αυστραλέζα.
Είμαι Αυστραλέζα.
A male speaker from Australia would use a masculine noun.
Αυστραλέζος. Είμαι Αυστραλέζος.
I'm Australian.
Είμαι Αυστραλέζος.
Note, in Greek, masculine singular nouns tend to end in.
Ως.
You can use this response to answer the question,
Από πού είστε?
let's review the new vocabulary.
Φλόρινα.
Florina,
Φλόρινα. Από τη Φλόρινα.
from Florina.
Από τη Φλόρινα. Σιάτλ.
Seattle,
Σιάτλ. Από το Σιάτλ.
from Seattle.
Από το Σιάτλ. Λονδίνο.
London,
Λονδίνο. Από το Λονδίνο.
from London.
Από το Λονδίνο. Αθήνα.
Athens,
Αθήνα. Από την Αθήνα.
from Athens.
Από την Αθήνα.
Australian,
Αυστραλέζος. Αυστραλέζος. Αυστραλέζα. Αυστραλέζα. Και εσύ?
and you?
Και εσύ? Και εσύ? Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember how to say from? Από. Από. And how to say from New York? Από τη Νέα Υόρκη. Από τη Νέα Υόρκη. Do you remember how Mark says, I'm from New York?
Είμαι από τη Νέα Υόρκη.
Είμαι από τη Νέα Υόρκη. Do you remember how to say where? Πού. Πού. And the formal way to say, where are you? Πού είστε? Πού είστε? And do you remember how Panayotis Papakonstantinou asks, "Where are you from?"
Από πού είστε?
Από πού είστε? Do you remember how to say from London? Από το Λονδίνο. Από το Λονδίνο. And from Athens? Από την Αθήνα. Από την Αθήνα. Do you remember the word for an Australian woman? Αυστραλέζα. Αυστραλέζα.
Let's practice. Imagine you're Jack Jones. From London. Respond to Panayotis Papakonstantinou's question. Ready?
Από πού είστε?
Είμαι από το Λονδίνο.
Listen again and repeat.
Είμαι από το Λονδίνο. Είμαι από το Λονδίνο.
Let's try another. Imagine you're Mia Martin. And you're Australian. Use the variation pattern. Ready?
Από πού είστε?
Είμαι Αυστραλέζα.
Listen again and repeat.
Είμαι Αυστραλέζα. Είμαι Αυστραλέζα.
Let's try one more. Imagine you're Chrissy Papadopoulou. From Athens. Ready?
Από πού είστε?
Είμαι από την Αθήνα.
Listen again and repeat.
Είμαι από την Αθήνα. Είμαι από την Αθήνα. This is the end of this lesson.
Now, here's what you can do to cement this conversation in your head. Review the conversation with our dialogue tool and lesson transcripts. Study the key words and phrases with our spaced repetition flashcards. Review the key grammar and cultural tips inside the lesson notes. And test yourself with our assessment tests. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to access our Can-Do course.
Now you know how to say where you're from in Greek. That's all there is to it. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.